Okay, it is the last day of July, a Friday, 9:28 a.m. Let's not screw up my month. All right, that's the main goal. If I do nothing, if I lose a little, if I gain a little, if I gain a lot, let's just not screw up the month. Really, RSHN in theory could be a morning panic bounce play. It actually wasn't really that bad. It's a sub penny. You know, it could be much worse. Not the best setup, not the worst one. DSCR, I'd rather see the spike. FER, it could be a morning panic bounce play, but I'll be honest, this one trades pretty ugly, just ugly. HALB, ideally this one can spike too. It might not happen, but you know, it could be a possibility. At least it's traded more volume here than it has through all of this, so maybe there's less chance of a bag holder. Although it seems like there was some more trading back here, so honestly it's probably not gonna happen, but anything can happen. I do have other stocks on the other screen, like what is it, CPLS, I don't know, something like that. Let me see, actually, just to confirm. CPSO could be one. Markets have now opened. That's all I got for right now, but I will definitely be looking for morning panic bounce plays or maybe spikes, I guess. I don't know, I'm probably too late, but we'll see. Okay, it is 9:38. No morning panic bounce plays, at least anything that I'm interested in. DSCR looks bad, and I wouldn't really consider this for a morning panic bounce play anymore. I'll probably have to remove it. RSHN isn't really doing much either. It's just, you know, trading with low volume. FERN, you could say in theory it kind of was one, but I didn't want to trade this. This is not looking nice. It's not far from VWAP 125 to 122. It's not really that good. At least it do get past VWAP, but this thing is green on the day. It's not, you know, a setup, even though this thing can have a nice run. And CPSL, I was looking at this for a morning panic bounce play, then it came back and then it dropped again. It didn't drop much lower from that level, so it's just a no trade here. There's really nothing I'm interested in trading. HALB looks crazy. I was looking at the other screen. The only one that looked kinda like a morning panic bounce play was PHIL, but this thing was not far from VWAP again, 90 to 91. Sure, it's at 94, but you know, look at where it is in a daily chart. It doesn't look that nice. Maybe if we were to have cracked this 80 level, that would have been impressive, but we're just not having any morning panic bounce plays. Nothing really in terms of spikes. They're just not trading that well. The only one that's really the most interesting out of everything is CPSL. So that's where I'm at the moment. It's just nothing that I'm interested in trading, you know, and I'm not really good at morning spikes. I still have to learn a lot in terms of trading those. So yeah, that's where I'm at the moment. Alright, it is 10:14. I had a very quick trade. I almost missed it, actually, GTII, because at that point, this point of the day, I was looking at the top percent gainers, not the top percent losers for morning panic. So luckily I saw this in the chat. I looked back and I saw it around here, right? And I did take a buy at 191. That was 10:11, which was right here. Actually right before it actually you know, made this uptrend. And why did I take the trade? Because it wasn't like, you know, a big volume candle like we had back here, but it was just a lot of volume in general, and it was a lot less. So by the time it was at, you know, 10:11, the volume was much lower. Now I was super conservative with my sell. I just held it for a minute, and I could have sold this a lot higher. You know, the goal for this right now would be to crack this 209 level and get to 210. But higher priced OTCs with their morning panics, especially this one that happened later in the day, had like a follow-up, you know, failure right here. I'm gonna play it extra cautiously. So again, I was in at 191.45, so I guess 192. right in the middle, and I sold at 201, which was right here at 10, 12. Now it did get higher, and then it started to head back down, and I thought, all right, I'll just take my sell here because I'm not trying to get in trouble. This thing could fail, and right now it could do it, right? It absolutely could, but because of all these things, it's later in the day. It's a higher priced OTC. It's had this little fake out here. The good thing it has is that VWAP was a nice distance. 191 to 222. That's not bad at all. That's more than 10%. But for all those reasons, I took my sell there. Now again, the volume is still in favor for this thing to potentially uptrend because it's a lot less than what has been previously, but it is a higher priced OTC, so it can be sketchy. I made a my percent gain was a lot better than what I thought, and I made a tiny though $9 profit. And I was thinking at first doing 200 shares, but I thought that was way too much because I guess looking now is not really that bad, but at the time when it was at 191, right, and then I have 200 shares, which would be I traded a tiny position, $382 right here, and then if I risk 185 cracking, so I get out at 182, 382, right? I'm not trying, I mean, it sounds cheap, but I'm not trying to risk like roughly $20. This is about $18, so I just didn't really want to risk that. So once I put 100 shares, I felt like that was much better risk reward for me, to be in at 191 and then get out at 182 if I had to cut losses quickly. Just $9. That to me feels a lot better. Man, it sounds so cheap, so cheap. But that was my mindset, and I'll make an update to see if this thing uptrends later. AHP, I was actually considering it here before it got all halty, but actually no, yeah, no, it was right here. I didn't think there would be much range, but it got halty. It's still uptrending. Very sketchy looking, but it's doing it, so congrats to that. It's listed stock, CPSL. It looks like it started the uptrend from this 40 level. That's cool. I could have maybe have considered it, but not really. I don't like the price action. RSHM doesn't look nice. FERN doesn't look nice either. ATRX is a nice downtrend, maybe a higher low, but I won't trade this. It's only the second day. It looks like it's not going to last much longer. Look what it did before. That's where I'm at the moment. I don't see anything else that I'm interested in, but I will keep looking. Alright, it is 12:51. This is an update. AHPI, I did not see it in time. I saw it when it was too late, but this could have been an inverse head and shoulder setup. Shoulder, head, shoulder. This thing went from what, 840 to give or take 968, so $1.20 of profit, I guess, per share. This wouldn't have been bad. I could have considered the second higher low. I saw it here, it didn't work out. Didn't consider it here. Now this one was a little more official looking at VWAP, and now this one is right at VWAP. I think it could do it, but it might turn around and fail. It's midday, so I'm not interested in any more. FER and nothing here. CPSL, I did see this a bit too late. I don't know if I still have it saved. 38.5. Yeah, when I had it here, it was a bit too late. And then I thought maybe here it could turn around, do another leg down, and then I would trade that. But yeah, I was too late for this. I was too late for AHPI, which is fine. It could have been worse. I did trade GTII. And I guess I could have waited for the top to be in, because I would have had plenty of time to sell at the same price I was in. But again, I don't regret selling too quick on this one because it is a higher priced OTC, although not as high priced as the other ones that I traded. So that's where I'm at the moment. Again, there was a potential setup with PI, and there was another one here with CPSL, but that's about it for now. Alright, it is 8:29. I'm here to call it off. Let's just go ahead and see what has happened. I did trade once GTII, which is right here. My entry was at 191, right about here, give or take, when it was showing that it was starting the uptrend. Volume was fading. It did get as high as 209, and I actually had the whole day really to sell for, you know, almost the entire day. I had the opportunity to sell for a profit, so in that sense that was a good setup. But it did dry up in terms of volume. I could have waited for this thing to hit a top first and then try to sell into an uptrend, but I don't regret it, because again, this is a higher priced OTC and they're not really that perfect. For that reason, I feel fine with this trade. AHPI, it looks like it never really did that high or low. I mean, you can say shoulder, head, shoulder. This was like a double bottom. Second higher low would have been here, 899 to 950. I guess it offered range. I guess it wasn't that bad. I missed this. I just didn't see it. When it was doing it, I was too late. ATRX was a morning panic, but I don't know. You know, it just I don't know. The volume wasn't that nice. It was only up one day. I don't like that so much. CPSL did offer this. I was just too late for that. Really, that was about it. I missed those two, as I mentioned previously. FER didn't look nice again. That's really all I got. I finished up just under 10 bucks. Just one trade, tiny position. I could have made more, but I just wanted to play it conservatively because of the fact that it was a higher priced OTC and it wasn't perfect. I could do a lot better, maybe try to be sharper with AHPI, CPSO, try not to miss sit-ups as easily, but I think overall it was pretty good. I didn't try to push myself in something that was, you know, stupid.